Okay, so with backing up our protection group, um, so we're going to back up meld DC1 now. Just quickly, I'll just log in. One little issue that I've discovered that we will have is that the C and the D drive combined nearly take up 300 gig of space, and our repository only has 300 gig of space. So what we're going to need to do is just quickly create a different repository. It won't be an additional. I'll take this one out and we'll create a brand new one, and I'll keep that repository on a different drive on my lab server. So the quick way to do this is just to remove this repository, remove that virtual disk, add a new virtual disk, create a new virtual disk. Let's make it a terabyte, single file disk. And what I'll do is place this on a drive where I know I have a little bit more storage. So for instance, this G drive. So it was initially going to be on the D. As soon as we consume that 300 gig, this drive will be pretty much full. So I'll put it in the G drive, leave it there. The virtual disk name doesn't really matter. We'll just leave it as it's coming up with. And done. And go into disk management on the VBR server now. Should see a new disk. Let's just do a rescan. There you go. Online. Initialize. PT. Volume. D drive. Use REFS. We'll call this Veeam Repo. And done. Nice and quick. So now we have our 1 terabyte disk been provisioned. Let's add a repository. So just as we haven't seen this process before, so add new repository. Based on the infrastructure that we have in our environment, it's what's available to us. These are our options. So direct attached storage. So direct attached storage doesn't necessarily mean the server that we're on here, Mel VBR, could be a different server in our environment with direct attached storage. It's a Windows server. Veeam repository. Let's go with that. So this is where if this was actually a different server with disk space, we could potentially add a new repository server, but it is actually in fact this server. Still populate. We can see the D drive now with a terabyte. Next, I'm happy with that. Just bearing in mind that we are in a lab environment, so we don't want to put too much load on our virtual machine, so limiting this concurrent task to 4 is a good start. And I go with these default settings. The additional options sometimes that people might choose is this: use per machine backup files. The real difference there is if you've got a backup job with 20 virtual machines, ticking this option means that every virtual machine will have its own backup file. Without this option ticked, all virtual machines will be stored within a single backup file. So there's some pros and cons to that option. One of the main ones, I think, when you do tick this option, you do not get good deduplication across all your virtual machines without this option. So if every virtual machine is being backed up into the one backup file, then you do get some decent dedupe, obviously depending on your workloads. So for now, I'm just going to leave that unchecked. just leave this as default. We'll talk about these additional features, mount servers and so forth, and the right cache location a bit later. And let's apply. Beautiful. So we've fixed that up. So let's remove this. Okay, just update the configuration. Backup. So we have the ability to back up the Veeam configuration to a repository location. Definitely of great benefit in the event that you have to reinstall your Veeam server. You can just re-import the configuration backup file and get all your infrastructure settings back. So definitely a good idea to set this up pretty much straight away. So I'm just moving that across to this new repository. That's where I'm going to back the configuration file up. It's going to do it once a day at 10 a.m. I won't worry about the encryption for now. And OK. That should allow us to remove this repository, which kind of doesn't exist anymore. We took the disk away from it. Now we're left with this single repository.